Hey there, I'm Allison. Climate strikes are a thing that we have to do now, because as 16-year-old activist Greta Thunberg says,
"What we do or don't do right now, me and my generation can't undo in the future."
I've been advocating for all sorts of action on climate lately with the Michigan Climate Action Network, and this video is all about how to organize a climate strike. Before we get started, you may be worried about what your parents or teachers will say when you walk out of school. But what good is studying if we don't have a planet to graduate into thanks to the climate crisis? We need to wake up and implement the solutions that already exist. Did you know it only takes 3% of the population to bring about a change in a nation? It's up to us young activists to be brave and show how serious we are about our overheating climate since the adults aren't mature enough to do their jobs. So, if there isn't a climate strike planned in your area, let's take a look at how you can plan your own. The first thing you should know is that not all strikes look the same. While some organizers prefer a march or rally, your community might be better suited for a walkout, a sit-in, an artistic performance, a day of silence, or even a zero-waste picnic. The way you demonstrate your care for this planet is up to you, as long as you keep your event safe and accessible for everyone. Once you have an idea of what you want to accomplish, gather some friends to help you plan. Putting your heads together will help you come up with creative ideas for the strike, and I can guarantee you'll have a lot more fun if you don't do this alone. There's a lot to keep track of when planning an event, so you should assign roles for your team members to help handle things, like communications, recruitment, and safety, for example. Once you have a team, make sure you have regular check-ins leading up to your event. Schedule FaceTime chats, Facebook video chats, phone calls, or coffee shop meetings like once a week to make sure everything is kept on track. Next, you should choose a location and a time frame. Choose a spot that everyone in your town can access that's also visible to the press and those passing by. Visibility is key to calling attention to your strike. It's best to block out a few hours for the event so you have time to congregate, rally, hear from speakers, and do any of your other planned activities. Before you dive deep into the programming of your demonstration, make a timeline for what needs to get done before, during, and after the strike to stay organized. It's also a good idea to create a budget for your event so you can start fundraising right away if necessary. Now, you can get specific about the route you're taking if you're marching, and plan for any other activities. Many rallies feature speakers or performers, so you should think about including diverse spokespeople to share their stories about what climate activism means to them, or what they're trying to protect. Consider featuring youth and student activists, artists, elected officials, community leaders, scientists, teachers, and even the concerned adults, parents, and grandparents who recognize how they've contributed to this crisis. Make sure you consider the flow of all of these activities too. Your plan may change as more people get involved, but that's okay. As long as you have a plan by the time you start, you're good. Depending on what type of event you're holding, there will be various logistics to sort out. Permits are the most important thing to get right away, because they take time and often must be obtained at least a month in advance. If you're using public space like a park or sidewalk, or want to block a march in a road, you'll probably need a permit. Safety is equally important. If you're demonstrating in your school, contact your administration to let them know what's going on ahead of time. And make sure you're thinking about how to make your event accessible. Other details to consider are bathrooms, sound systems, stages, and parking and directions. So what's a march without marchers? You need to get the word out. Here are a few things you can do to get your event seen. First, reach out to your friends and classmates in person. Demonstrations like this might be a new thing for students, so you'll want to engage with them directly to get people involved. Start posting about your event on social media early, and keep posting about it up until the big day. Make a Facebook event page where people can RSVP, post about it in student groups, and use as many platforms as you see fit. Use a mix of national and unique hashtags to spread the word even further. Climate strikes are usually a part of a national event, and some may have a tool to register your strike online where others can find you and join. You have to get people involved with your strike. That's the whole point. So try RSVPing with major organizations to get the word out and show you're part of a larger movement. Reach out to local environmental or social justice organizations and ask them to help spread the word. Post informational flyers around town, in coffee shops, school walls, and anywhere else that young people could be recruited. Ask teachers how to recruit more protesters. They might know students who are interested in climate activism or who are great organizers that can help. They may even let you make an announcement to the class. Lastly, contact your local press. You'll reach more people to join your rally if the press talks about it beforehand. Media coverage is super important for spreading your message. So put together together a press list of local TV, radio, newspapers, and even school newspapers to cover your event. This step is crucial. Some of the greatest photos and videos that come out of demonstrations are those that feature a movement's shirts, banners, signs, and other art. Before your demonstration, consider hosting a sign-making party to chill out with your attendees and prepare for a powerful day. Also, tell TV news and newspapers what your event will look like. This is important to attract more attention. This is when you finally get to put the pressure on society with your fellow strikers. Make sure you send out constant reminders through social media, texts, and however else you've been keeping in contact with your team and attendees. Individual outreach always helps with crowd building, so if you have the time, try to remind people one-on-one. Make sure you keep track of the time so everything runs smoothly. Here are a few things to do while you witness your hard work paying off at the demonstration. Post on social media during and after your event, and take lots of pictures. Think about assigning photographers to get some high-quality photos, and make sure you talk to the press. Otherwise, it's like it never happened, right? Consider live streaming your event to reach the people who couldn't be there in person, and remind people to register to vote. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you consider organizing a climate strike of your own. For more resources, check out these guides from national and international organizations like strikewithus.org that I've linked in the description below. And remember,
The one thing we need more than hope is action. Once we start to act, hope is everywhere.
please share this video, and let's keep the movement going for climate justice.